Yeah, so the story starts with me casually driving my Camaro 2019 around the city. A big driving. It's a white version, basic trim, typical taxi car in our city. I'm just casually driving. Into one night, one dinner, my dad told me, son, we're getting a new car. And oh boy, I was hyped. Like, here we go. So I started researching on the local car marketplace on what cars to buy. I wasn't into too much cars, so I didn't know that much about models and stuff. I have an idea what are hatchbacks, coupes, sedans. So I started looking to coupes. They were like two-door cars. They were kind of interesting, sporty. And there were ads popping up. Camaro, Chevrolet Camaro. It's like, what's this? So I decided to look into it and kind of liked the design. And it was within my budget, like $30K. And showed it to dad. They told me, well, if you're considering spending $30K on it, at least test drive it. I looked up on local Chevrolet dealerships, and none of them have Camaros at any dealerships. I guess it's an American thing only, right? They have US specs Camaros. So the only option I had is to look up rentals. It's my first time ever renting a car of this caliber. Yeah, so I worked it up. What's up? Yeah, it was around about $190 for like 24 hours. I straight up booked it, paid for the deposit, and voila, I booked it for Friday night. To go out with the car, to flex on the brokies. That Friday night in our city. I was waiting for Friday, I went to gym. Friday came by and I went to gym, to train and stuff. Had to change the ride because it had to be reserved. The Friday night came around, I was waiting 5 days for it. 5 complete days. And now I was going out to the gym, training, pumping my testosterone for Friday night out. And I get a call after my gym. I was expecting car back in 1 hour to be delivered. I was like, they were calling me like, hello, son, yo, what's up? The car has been diagnosed with technical problems. It's like, fuck? Yeah, well, they're refunding money. It is what it is. I was like, well, if it is what it is and they refund money and my Friday plans have been gone out. They told me, oh, yeah, might wait a week. It's like, then. So I went to home and didn't go out that night, but waited for 2 days on Sunday. I didn't have any plans for Sunday. Going around by day, doing business, making money and stuff. Yeah, I get a call. Yo, the car is ready. It can be delivered to you within 2 hours. So like, hell yeah. So yeah, well, they paid some money back and got it delivered to my home. Oof. Yeah, word and behold, it came around. I called my dad. Yo, dad, come on down. Totally came down to see it. It was a black beast of a car. When I started filming the videos exterior, you had to film it before you open to the car for any damages, right? Then I had to sign a long-ass document, like 6 pages. I'm liable for this stuff. If I kill a person, I go to jail, or something like that. And once I said, I want the car to be driven by my dad, for him to be first driven. I trust him, and he knows what he's up to. So we drove around to the highway. My dad told me to test drive, you have to go to highways, right? Driving around. And oh boy, like from the interior, you couldn't even see that. And properly the backside, because this car, it was behind the ground clearance level. It's almost the same level as the hypercars, like supercar, like Lambos and Ferraris, about 95 to 100 millimeters between the ground. And my cameras were about 150, 160. So it was a huge, round down, clearance down, right? So the view was a bit different. You have to adjust yourself to the rear mirrors. And rear mirror had a spoiler in the back. So when you turn around, you have to look behind extra turnarounds to make sure you don't crash into someone. So on the way to the highway, right at the start of the highway, my dad told me, son, it's time for you to test drive it, to put it on the leash, right? Like a dog. So I sat down, tried to rev it, and oh boy, it's so reactive. So driving the highway on the fast swing. I noticed that the car behind me, although I wasn't speeding too much because I was trying to get hangover. Cars behind me were not honking at all, and not even like pulling the lights on, so for me to pass around. And I was like, the fuck? Like, you get some kind of respect on the road. It's first time experiencing. And well, but dad was like, yeah, just pull around. I'll just pull around and give respect back. It was like an old uncle, simply, old ass guada. It's like a Russian car. And like, next time around, when we left the airport, we had a mission to go pick up my little brother. Just a side quest. So we were trying around to pick up my little brother in the closed off neighborhood. I was staying in his friends. And maybe said he came out with, what the fuck? I thought we were going to roll up in a Camry. What the fuck is this black piece of a car? And then my boy, little bro sat down in the car with, what the fuck is this? Yeah, the Lego set back home, man. The Lego set for sport cars. I think he has Mustang. I don't think he has Camaro. So he knows the car models. So we joined around and said, really serious, right? It's coupe. It's enough space for little boys, right? Like tiny ass legs, tiny hands. Well, you have to be a little dinosaur to sit around in the back. When we reached back home, the hardest part was parking. We were trying to park, I had to, because there were no like park sensors, parktronics. Yeah, we got so used and comfortable with the Camry parktronics. I had to zigzag park on the lane on the curb. It was kind of, obstructing the road for the other passengers. I didn't have a choice, I had to do it because I didn't want to scratch it by the curb. And it was a funny moment. When I was driving on a car in the city, we were just cruising around with my dad. I noticed that the G-Wagon behind me, even though there was a double yellow line for the cars to annoy the back, right? The double cross yellow lines. G-Wagon just passed around me. I had to say, fuck you. The one guy trying to flex. Fuck your Camaro, it's G-Wagon. Me and him were pissed, so we tried to race this nigga. And I was trying to pass him through. So after leaving my dad and my little bro at home, I decided to hit up my cousin, my elder cousin, Norse. He's a retired police officer. Not retired really, he's still 25. I believe he still works in the IT department, cybersecurity. Now, tries to find hackers and stuff. So basically I hit him up, like 1 a.m. Come in now. One surprised me with a camera. Just driving me down, rolling down the parking lot. As I was parking around at this place, got a lot of attention. Like the boys were like young men, like 20s, walking around, staring at me. For a whole 10 minutes, they were just staring at me, staring at my car for 10 minutes straight. And Lord and behold, Norse came around. He looked shocked. The thing is, he was drunk as fuck. I believe he had some corporate party, right? Like all this corporate party in this world. Drunk as fuck, he came around. What the fuck did you rent it out for Sunday night? I'd explained to him, like, I could have rented on Friday, but there was no availability. I could have rented on Friday. So we decided to hop in and go on an adventure. It's like, where should I go to? Like, the suburbs, the ghetto area. I was super reluctant on it because the streets were too narrow in the suburbs. They were not designed for the small cars, like the ground clearance. And the roads were not paved. So whenever I was driving, there was a chance it could hit the road, which just smash the underpart of the car. And I would have to pay the fine once it gets inspected. Really reluctant, Norse was insisting, we should go, because I'm a favorite shopper. I didn't know what kind of shop did you want to go. You want to buy some special beer, some ghetto beer edition. So we just decided to hop in. We were getting catcalled for real in that neighborhood. Like we had one of the windows rolled down, on purpose. Look at here's the catcalls, like all the time. I could throw a car, like, the supercar, what the fuck? And then, we decided he hopped in and bought myself some lemonade. I believe it was like a, what they call energy lemonade or something. I don't remember what it's called, some cocktail. Well, he bought himself a beer, like goose beer, like all those Russian beers. So it's all like, let's hit up the club over there in the suburbs. There's no beer, right? So we decided to hit up on the famous clubs. It was a national holiday, right? So it was from Sunday to Monday. No one was working. I thought people still go out on Sundays because there's no work on Monday. We decided to head up. It was 1 a.m. And the queues were like old men smoking a bit, like in middle-aged men smoking stuff. They were saying, "Fuck is this car?" Because all the other cars in the parking lot were either Mercedes or one of those Chinese cars. Then I had this American American muscle car for all now. So we're like, where's the bitches at? And then we walking around and the nurse spotted some. We're like, Bill was walking around. And Bill's like rolled down the middle like, hell man. He decided to pick up some bills for our eventually. Hell man, late 30s and stuff. But hell no, you're not going to roll down the window. Try to resist him rolling down the window. I was like, okay, that is what it is, the actor. We're going to leave you behind. I have to go and they have to go home. So that's if you want to hear the next part of the story, subscribe. And I'm going to head up with a new video soon. Peace.